Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyrannical Tuesdays. I know I keep changing the name of that, but I don't keep changing my name. As always, I am D, and we're back here in the tiers.
Will do.
Working on... Well, actually, I don't remember. Let's see. Stirring Visions. Alright, so we gotta investigate the spires. And I need to go back and meet Tunon. First off, though, I need to talk to this guy. He does actually have some really good stuff, so... Problem is, I don't have any iron rings. You know what? We're done for now. Don't need him. Not yet, at least. Archean bronze does become important later on, though.
See?
Huh. Frozen shackle? Ooh. I did not find that in my mage playthrough. You know what? We're gonna give that to you. That's gonna go to Barrack. Because he's supposed to be our tank. We'll have to speak to Tunon. Actually, you know what? Because I said last time we were gonna go talk to him. We'll talk to him first. It also gives you a chance to, if I remember right, this will also introduce you to one of the other Archons. Not just the Archon of Justice. Two days and 13 hours to go from the Sunset Spire to the Tunon's Court in the Bastard City.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Landry just randomly levels up as we walk in. There we go. That's what I was after. Also, I found out that I need to get some points in Sage It, so I need to get over to Voice of Ages, because there's some in one of the old walls sections that you end up going through. There is a thing, there's a couple of sigils you can learn, but only if Landry has the Voice of Ages talent.
You call yourselves officers of Kairos' army, but your conduct falls short of my expectations. The court finds your accounts of Vendrian's well lacking, rife with misdirection and fallacy, fouled with baseless accusation.
Mostly because if you perjure yourself before Tunon, he will kill you.
Silence. The contradictions in your statements will be examined, and falsities threshed from truths. If we find you have perjured yourselves, Bled and Mark will see to your fate.
Yeah, Bled and Mark is the Archon of Shadows. Also, basically, he is the chief assassin of Kairos.
Fatebinder, we will start with the matter of the Archons. Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat have declared war upon each other. In addition to violating Kairos' peace, they have thrown the conquest of the Tiers into disarray. By all accounts, these hostilities began shortly after your arrival. Tell us what transpired.
Yes, I did just say that it was kind of a mutual issue.
The Fatebinder presents testimony. I warned you both against speaking out of turn. Something more than a mere disagreement. Let us speak of Ascension Hall. The disfavored sing your praises across the realm, though the Scarlet Chorus appealed for charges of treason. Perhaps you can offer a more enlightened account. An efficient solution, the type I would expect from a capable agent. Tell me, though, With the edict looming overhead and death the price of failure, why not employ the numerical advantage of the Scarlet Chorus? I will consider this testimony at length. The court thanks you for it. Is there anything you wish to add at this time? Your testimony is accepted by the court. The statements of our guests raise questions in my mind. There is much about this campaign that has caused...
And yes, that is not his real face. That's a mask he wears. He wears a couple of them.
A shipment of iron weapons was short on arrival. Where coveted iron is concerned, I don't believe it to be a clerical error. One of my agents recovered this seal in Echo Call. It belongs to a merchant collective. Lethian's Crossing is teeming with their kind. If you petitioners leave us, I would have a private audience with the Fatebinder. Ascend and join me.
Right.
Yep. Next up is me having to go and talk to Tunon on my own. Yeah, the only stance I have is mighty. I could probably have brought my companions, but...
This civil war, this feud, is an insult to Kairos' peace. It should not have taken the better part of a year to silence the last vestiges of the Oathbreakers. Our allies squabble while our enemies regroup. It falls upon the court to measure the extent of the damage, and to execute the agents of disorder. I suspect that treachery, negligence, disunity, and greed have infected one or both of our esteemed allies. Until you are instructed otherwise, this matter is the court's primary focus. Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat must be examined in close detail. You are charged with observing the Archons and presenting your case that one of them has wrought chaos and disorder upon the Tiers. It's possible, but the momentum of the conquest up to this point suggests otherwise. The failure at Vendrian's Well implies a coordinated will behind the chaos. As always, you will be held accountable for what you do in the court's name, but you are free to conduct your investigation in the manner of your choosing. You must expect lies, misdirection, and manipulation. Suffer not such obstructions of justice. The disfavored seem the logical first step in your inquiry. The Legion holds you in some esteem, and Graven Ash has shown deference to the court in times past. No doubt the disfavored will be rife with accusations and evidence against the voices of Nerat. Graven Ash is a noble man, but never underestimate his capacity for deception. A wise general succeeds by knowing when to be unreadable to the enemy. You should, of course, speak with the Scarlet Chorus and gather their testimony. But it stands to reason that most in the chorus would sooner brag about a pauldron fashioned from your skull than entertain your
Yeah, they probably would.
Do not regret killing the rabble that impede your investigation. They will be easily replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Your fellow Fatebinders have been busy acting as my eyes and ears. I have a few leads for you to follow. You should, of course, speak with your brothers and sisters of the court if you need further counsel. Though the disfavored were triumphant in the Blade Grave,
Basically what he just said is, we're not the only Fatebinder out there.
Troubles within the region are unfinished. Talk to the disfavored commanders serving in the Blade Grave. Perhaps they can shine some light on the origins of this feud.
Mm-hmm.
There is a final matter to discuss. A sensitive topic. In spite of the many shortcomings at Vendrian's Well, you managed to make a name for yourself. You proclaimed an Edict of Kairos, resolved its demanding conditions, and ascended the mountain spire. Any one of these feats would be worthy of recognition by the highest authority. You managed to accomplish 3. It pleases me that you grasp your role, as long as you temper it with a sense of duty. Whether by design or by accident, you have captured the attention of Kairos' army and the local tiersmen alike. This is no small opportunity, and the court charges you with exploiting your new standing to its fullest potential. You have a title in our hierarchy. However, it's a little-known secret that one's standing in the world is determined by their infamy, their deeds, and how they come to be known. Mind this notion as you bring justice to this lawless frontier. There may come a time when your deeds speak for you louder than any title.
Actions speak louder than words, as they say.
Whatever you did to capture the attention of the masses at Vendrian's Well, I would encourage you to do so again. Good. It falls to us to set a new standard for these southern barbarians. You are dismissed. Should the court have need of your presence, you will receive word. Go forth and do...
And he just vanishes. Okay, he's over here again. I'm actually still in the middle of the Trial of Archons quest in my mage playthrough. Now, hold on. Normally what I would do is I would talk to these three here. Nunaval, Kaleo, and Rogalis. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to check my timer real quick. And I'm going to put a small pause on the timer and I'm going to skip over. I'm going to talk to them myself, but I'm going to skip over it in the video. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright then. I spoke to them. I thought, mostly because I forgot that they don't actually offer any quests. However, there is something interesting coming up right here. Blood and Mark. Yeah, you can gain favor with him. He has no symbol, though. Both of these gain it. Yeah. That's actually not a bad piece of advice. I love how you can actually gain favor with him by being snarky, which is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Blood and Mark is not one to really try and be nice to. I mean, you don't want him as an enemy, but you gain more favor with him if you're snarky and upfront. Snarky and direct. Also, if you're just straight up honest with him. So I ended up in that conversation with 3 favor with him. Alright, now... First off, we're going to go back to Lethian's Crossing so I can claim the Sunset Spire. Because that'll actually allow me to get back to the Mountain Spire of Vendrian's Well faster.
On it.
Alright, now we talk to Harkian Bronze. Because the symbol that Tunon gave us of the Merchant Collective, if you figured it out by now, important NPCs on the map are marked with stars. So Harkian Bronze is... Handover Quill Merchant Company. Ugh. If I had better subterfuge or athletics, I could do it. Fine, here, have 1,000 copper. Yeah. If you read over this, received instruction from Fifth Eye to use hand over quill to deliver iron weapons to Vendrian's Well Citadel. That's actually the first piece of evidence we get in the trial of Archons. Well, not the first, but... First off, the disfavored, or the Scarlet Chorus raided disfavored provisions. The Voices of Nerat used Harkian bronze right there to funnel, or to sneak iron weapons to the Vendrian Guard. There's a couple of little interactive conversations you can have around here.
Sorry, can't.
The Forge Bound. Ooh, an iron javelin, but I don't have anything to use for that, so... Iron great axe. Well, I've got my hammer. Oh, that reminds me. Oop, I forgot. I need to sell things. I can't sell that. I can sell this. Those I need to keep. This is just... Other is just stuff you can just sell right off. Let's see, not first, ebb. Take the Forge Bound Apprentice armor. And some iron gauntlets for myself. I know it requires 2 hands, that's why I'm trying to do that. Oh. Let's get the Stubborn Aegis over to him. That as well.
I got it.
Anyway, first order of business for us.
Got it.
Into the old walls, 'cause this is the base of the Sunset Spire puzzle that I've seen so far. Oop. Yeah, we gotta remember loading screens occasionally pause the recording. But like I was trying to say, from what I've seen so far, each of the different spires has a different puzzle. This is one of them. They all have this. They also all have this puzzle right here. Unfortunately, I don't know where the actual last piece of this one is. Ooh. Oh, I completely forgot to equip my new armor. That's better. Now, unfortunately, I also don't know how to open this door.
Interesting.
Oh, good. Ooh, greater healing potions.
I'm seeing a lot in this room I'd like to sketch. But we should keep moving.
Yep. That's the spell creation. I don't need that. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't
Watch
actually...
where you step. This has trap written all over it.
Unfortunately, like I said, I don't actually know where the... Alright, so what I need to do is here... Luckily, this is not one of those problems where you have to, where you're not allowed to trace over the same line. That's part of it. I know there's more. You just gotta remember what exactly it is. I think it's this. No, that ain't it. I don't remember where the third piece is, if there even is a third piece in here. I think I did. No, I don't think there was a third piece in this area, because I think I wound up brute forcing it last time. Ah, yeah, that's what I did. Open that. Alright, let's get the stuff in.
I got it.
Oh, wait, crap, I know where I messed up.
On it.
No, I don't think I did.
On it.
I know these are part of it. What I'm doing is I'm comparing this over here. Actually, wait, no. I'm also using the faint lines that you can just barely see. There we go. That's all I was missing was the circle in the middle. And there. That's 2 spires. That's another spire. That's a pretty funny way to put it, Eb. Alright, I don't actually have any money to build an upgrade right now, so... Oh, I leveled up. Oh, this is also something I'll show you before we end this episode. The idea of the missive. Yeah, you occasionally get letters from other members. Or from other characters. In this case, it's from one of the other Fatebinders, in this case Regalis. Alright, we're going to just explain it as best we can. And on that note, folks, that'll be this episode done. If you enjoyed the show, please feel free to like or favorite the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. And if you want to keep up with me, never miss any of my current series, then please feel free to click the subscribe button down below, or the icon at the end of the video. As for that, folks, I have been D. We've claimed our 2nd spire today. So good night, and good gaming.